Welcome to another home tour video. Thank you for watching. We're here in Cranston, Rhode Island today in the wonderful Dean Ridge Estates. I'm here to check out this beautiful estate. 3 beds, 4 bathrooms, just under 4,000 square feet. And this is truly incredible. It has a first floor primary, which is pretty awesome. A 2-car garage, beautiful landscaping, and just incredible construction. So I'm really excited to show you guys this one. So this one is listed by Diane Lazarus with Coldwell Banker. And it's really just an incredible house. So it was built in 1993. It's on about 1/3 of an acre in a gated private community, all incredible houses, custom built. So the original owner actually had this built for themselves and then of course moved on. But this house really has a ton to offer, and it's listed at $1,599,000. But for the amount of house you get and just the incredible construction and honestly, truly the quality of this house inside and the condition that it's in, it's truly a great value, and I think you guys will really love it. So I'm going to show you through, tell you all about the house, and feel free to leave any questions in the comments or reach out to either myself or Diane, of course. So when you come in the front here, you're greeted by this beautiful grand staircase here. Just an incredible entrance, just really show-stopping. To the right here, you have, maybe a formal sitting room or a little reading room. That leads into the kitchen over there, which I'll show you guys. But straight away in here is the formal living room. So you have some built-ins over here. And then, of course, the fireplace, doors out to the backyard here. And then you also have a little bar area right here off the living room, which is pretty awesome, great for entertaining. They got some cabinets there, a sink, space for glasses. So this is pretty awesome. Huge, wide open room here. Great ceiling heights, and even, that raised ceiling there, which is very cool and creative. You don't see that in a lot of modern houses. Now here into the kitchen, which is a great size. You have double oven over here. You have a microwave built into the island. You have the trash built into the island. The dishwasher is over there. You have this cooktop right here on the island. And you have 2 sinks. So you have one on the island and then one over here by the window. And then a nice area here for, maybe a little breakfast nook or, your everyday kitchen table with a door out to the backyard, back deck, backyard. Over here. But, here's your view of the kitchen from over here. So really it's a great size to entertain. If you have a table here, if people are over eating, hanging out, you can really entertain from the kitchen or even through to the living room there. And you do have a half bath here, right off the kitchen. And then over here leads you to the 2-car garage. Great size. And then you have your laundry room right here as well, with some cabinet space, a sink. But yeah, this kitchen is just really awesome. Lovely. Windows right out to the backyard. And you got this, which is really cool. I love this detail from some older homes. Double ovens is also one of my favorite things. I wish I had one of those in my own home. This living room is just massive, huge. Really incredible. And so coming down here, this is where the first floor primary is, which, this is something nowadays that's very hard to get, unless you have a ranch, of course, then everything's on one level. But this is just awesome and, a huge selling point of this house, in my opinion. So you have a massive bedroom here. You have your master bath over there, and you have his and hers closets. So both are closets for this bedroom, which is incredible. So you have a ton of space. And then, of course, you have your bathroom in here. Big double vanity, some closet space there, shower, soaker tub, fireplace, some built-ins over here. Now, of course, you could take this down. That would be very easy if you wanted more space or if you wanted to reconfigure this room a little, but it's pretty incredible that it's got this, you know, it's just a unique feature that most modern construction just doesn't have this. So it's very cool, and a lot of curved details here in this house, which I think is pretty awesome, but honestly, just a ton of space, a lot of great light coming in through outside. And again, this is a private community, so it's extremely quiet. So yeah, this first floor primary is just really, really something worth seeing. Love it. And then you do have a full basement. It is unfinished, but it's the full footprint of the house, so you have a lot of potential for space down there. But this first floor is just incredible. I mean, so much space to entertain. The living room is just incredible. I love it. So let me take you guys upstairs. Again, this staircase is so beautiful. Look at that. You just don't see this in a lot of modern homes at all. So grand, a lot of character. So here we go. Now we're in the second level. I also love this. I mean, this is just an awesome view. It reminds me of some movies where I feel like, you know, they always lived in big houses in the movies, but this is just an incredible view here, right down to your front entrance. So we will start over this way. So this is another bedroom. What's cool about this one is the original owner, who I said custom built this was actually his office. So, you know, he built it this way for his office. You've got a half bath up here as well. So that, and then there's also a closet, of course. But yeah, he used this as his home office, but of course, it's a great size for a bedroom. A lot of cabinet space here. You could put a bed in multiple, you know, one here, or you could put it over this way. You know, you have some options, but there's some great light coming in from outside. You know, the construction and design, what I like is that every room has some unique details or construction, I guess you could say, in the ceiling. So, you know, you got the design here with the ceilings, whereas downstairs you had that elevated area of ceiling heights. It's just really cool. So they just did a really nice job in this construction. So this is bedroom number 2. And so then down here, you could really turn this into a 4, maybe 5 bedroom home. So this would be another one right here that you could make if you put a wall here. But these are both just kind of reading rooms, sitting rooms, space to entertain, you know, kids' playrooms if you have kids. But a lot of potential here to, like I said, either create an extra bedroom or an extra 2 bedrooms. And then this is your full bath for the second level. Really nice. You've got a couple skylights in here, so it's nice and bright. But good size full bath right there. And then over to here. This is technically bedroom number 3. So this one overlooks the backyard. But good sized bedroom. You got a closet, of course. So this is technically the 3rd bedroom. And then what's cool is there's this little bonus room right here that could be, you know, a reading room. It could be just a kid's play area again. But what's really cool is it leads into a cedar closet that's just in impeccable condition. So this is great. You don't see this in a lot of homes, but it's great to have for stuff if you want to store over the winter and, you know, the things you don't need year round. Great to have a cedar closet. And it's honestly a pretty good size one. So that's a cool feature that this has, again, through this little sitting room here. A lot of potential. I think this whole second level has a lot of potential. Between this room, the room over there, that little room, you know, it's a lot to consider here and really turn into something special. So again, you have 1 bedroom here, 1 bedroom down there. You have a full bath here, full bath in the primary. And then again, this could be 2 extra bedrooms, realistically, if you wanted to. And this room is just, I mean, man, it gets so much light. It's beautiful. Overlook the driveway here. Great sized driveway. Again, 2-car garage. But look at all this space. I mean, you could do so much up here. We'll finish this off. I'll take you guys outside and just show you the backyard. So coming out through the kitchen here, you go into the backyard, super peaceful. You have a little deck here, really nice Trex deck, some steps here down into the backyard. So this is perfect. You could have, kids' toys and stuff out here. It's a perfect amount of space where it's not too much to maintain, but you do also have some privacy. So you've got a little deck space there if you wanted to put a small table or something, but you also have a lot of room here to entertain and hang out. You could put an awning out here or, a pergola, something out here to add some pizzazz. But really it's a nice little space. And then over here we'll lead around, of course, to the front of the house. And so you got your garage there, and that's your side entrance. But yeah, it's really, like I said, I think this is kind of the perfect amount of space. It's not too much grass where you have to spend all day cutting it, but you do have some room to entertain. And I just mean, look at the stature of this house. It's really amazing. All right, guys, so that is 7 Oak Tree Lane here in Cranston. Again, it's listed for $1,599,000, 3 beds, 4 baths, just under 4,000 square feet. Incredible construction, a lot of character. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.